Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Alexis and this is my channel, Life with Lexi. And if you're returning, what's good? Glad to have you back. So as the title suggests, below here somewhere, I'm going to be reviewing the new Maybelline foundation that's out. Apparently, from my knowledge, this has actually been out before, but for me and the time that I got into makeup, I've never seen this, so this is new for me. And today we're going to be testing / reviewing the new Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. Now, mind you, if you've been on my channel before, and since day one, I love Maybelline as a drugstore makeup brand because like literally just everything works for me from this brand. So I did pick up two shades. I picked up 310, which is the one I'm probably going to use today, given my skin color. And then I picked up the shade 320. I actually have these exact same shades in my Maybelline Matte and Poreless, which is my first love holy grail foundation. I will say, you will not find these in stores, I think until like December-ish. Or maybe it's January. I think it's January. I did order these from Amazon. I know for sure the Sun Beige is completely sold out. So I'm sorry. If you actually need the shade, it's out of stock. I'm sorry. Before we get started, if you are new, please subscribe, like, all that. If you are returning, please like as well. Obviously, you came back for a reason. So, you know. And before I go on chatting and ranting and just talking gibberish, let's get started. So before I actually put this on my face, I'm actually going to read you some of the claims that Maybelline says about this. So it says, and I actually got this off the Ulta website, as you can see. So it says, for the details, be your own professional makeup artist with Maybelline's Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. Saturated color pigments provide an ultra transforming effect in this long-lasting foundation. Or the lightweight and yet high impact coverage formula glides onto the skin for a flawless finish that lasts all day. This is the benefits that it claims to have. Oil-free, awesome, since I have oily skin. Doesn't clog pores, dermatologist tested, full coverage foundation with a seamless finish. Evens out, camouflages, and enhances. Yes, here for that. Minimizes the appearance of flaws and imperfections and glides onto skin for smooth and breathable wear. Again, no qualms about that. I love Maybelline, so that's that. I'm just going to quickly prime my face. I don't have a Maybelline primer. I don't ever use Maybelline as a primer. But I'm going to be using my little Benefit Professional. I actually had to buy a new one because the big tube I had it was too old and I never used the whole tube. So I was like, you know, let me start small. But I am going to use this one instead of my Fenty Beauty because this really minimizes the pores. So I'm just going to use a beauty blender for application because I normally use a beauty blender, or you can whatever sponge that you have or whatever brush. I know Maybelline, I've never had like an issue like one does better than the other as far as application. So, but today I'm going to use my sponge, and then I'm going to be using the color 310, which is Sun Beige, because I'm not summer tan right now. So I'm gonna pump some of this on my hand. Now I will say, I like that they have a pump with this because the Matte and Poreless and even like the Dewy Smooth, it has just like an opening to it and you gotta pour it out, and I always pour too much and then I waste too much product. Consistency, it's not runny. It reminds me a lot of the Matte and Poreless, to be honest. It's slightly more whipped, just slightly. We shall see. And I do like, if you are like, oh, I don't know what color to get in this foundation, whatever color you are in other Maybelline foundations will correlate to this. So if you're like, oh, I don't know which color to use or buy or whatever, just stick with whatever you are in whatever other Maybelline foundation that you use. Now we're just going to apply it. It's gonna be my color. Now mind you, I go in very little. Wow. Oh, okay. Okay, Maybelline. I'm just gonna do half my face so you guys can just see like what this does. Now, like again, all I have is my primer on. Wow, really even got rid of my like little eye veins. Girl. So clearly I have half of my face done. As you can see, this is the non-foundation side. And then this side is the foundation. And I can tell you, like, just from like this one very light coating, it's definitely a matte finish. But it's not, does it say super matte? I completely forgot. So there's no claims, I just checked. There's no claims that it like dries matte or is matte. Not even on the bottle, it doesn't even say. Just says full coverage. But if I were to guess, this is definitely like a semi-matte finish. But we're gonna go in on the other side now. So as you can see, pigmentation. And I have freckles and stuff like that, so it doesn't dry too fast either. You can definitely like work with this foundation. You have like some time with it basically. I really don't have any complaints right now. Like, it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely matte, but it's a semi-matte, because as you can see, you can still see some of my like dewiness to my skin here. So when I take like a little compact and I look really, really close to my skin, it looks really nice. This is definitely a buildable foundation. I don't even know if it says that it's buildable. It just says breathable and comfortable, but it is buildable because I can tell like it's not separating or anything like that. Especially on this side, I definitely covered nicely. So now what I'm going to quickly do is just off camera, just kind of finish my face and all that, and then I'm going to come back to you guys, show you the finished face, let you know how like my concealers and my bronzers all worked with this, and then I'm going to be on a wear test all day today to see how it functions. So catch you back in like a few minutes. Alright, so I did my makeup and everything off camera. As you can see, I filmed this tutorial just so you guys know, and I'm not gonna tell you what I used because then you have to go watch the video. But it is currently 12:17 p.m. on Saturday, December 9th, and I'm wearing this foundation. I used bronzer, concealer, which I used my Maybelline Fit Me concealer to kind of keep it all in the Maybelline family. I did my eyeshadow, brows, everything, set it, and it still looks really, really good. Like, this might actually come and replace the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. And I really hope, because apparently they have come out, this is like the second time they've come out with this. I really hope they don't discontinue it because I'm going to be very, very upset. And I mean, I'm here for the packaging. I love the white top and it's a little bit bigger, and most importantly, I love the pump. I won't be wasting as much product as I do on the other foundations. But I'm going to wear this throughout the day, see what it does, see how it lasts. Mind you, I do have oily skin, so keep that in mind if I do come back a little bit more shiny. I'm not going to powder. I'm just going to wear this and see what happens. Okay, so I will check in with you guys a little bit later. And in YouTube world, it's just going to be the next clip. Hey guys, so I just want to check in with you as far as the foundation wear of the Maybelline, I think it's Stay Long? Oh, I forgot the name, but you know, the video that we're on. So it's currently 5:04 p.m. I first applied this, if you guys remember, at noon. And yeah, so I mean, as you can see, like so far, this is natural lighting. So I mean, we just got a little like shine in here. There's not really too much separation. It's not coming off on my chin. And then the highlight though, that will be in another video, but you guys will know what I'm talking about when I post that one. But as far as a 5-hour wear, we're doing good. I can't complain. And so far, this foundation is like kind of low-key becoming my favorite. So I will go ahead and check in with you guys again. I would say probably around 8 o'clock, so that'll be 8-hour wear. I know they say that this is a 24-hour foundation. I'm not going to wear it for 24 hours. I'm just not going to do that. But I will check in with you guys again in 3 more hours to see how this foundation is going. Bye. We are back at our final check-in. I will say I'm very tired and I really want to take this off. I normally don't wear liquid makeup this long, but just for you guys, I wore it and I tested this out. It is 8:10 p.m. So I've had this on for approximately a good 8 hours. If you saw in the clip before, that was my 5 o'clock update. And honestly, this foundation like really held up. I don't know, I mean, if you can see it. I mean, I don't have my lips on, but whatever, they faded. But I'm definitely like dewy. But mind you, like around my nose, like this porous area, I'm definitely glowy. Here I'm glowy, chin glowy, face is glowy. But it didn't move, and like when I look really close, none of it's really breaking up. I would say maybe like around my chin. My chin and this area have broken up like a smidge, but that's because I've been sweating, I've been going around and all that stuff. But honestly, like how it looks though and appears, I can't even really complain. Like it looks, if I powdered it, I think it would be just fine. So what are my final thoughts on this new Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation? I will say that this is a definite purchase. Again, it's full coverage. It's a semi-matte finish. In my opinion, it's a semi-matte finish. I don't know if it would last 24 hours on my particular skin. If you want to do a 24-hour test, that's on you. I don't want to upset my skin and my pores because they might really hate me after that. But I will say, I mean, I kind of like it more than my not professional, my matte and poreless. I mean, the matte and poreless almost gave me like the same effect for my skin type. Now if you have dry skin, this might be a little bit different, but for $11.99 and it's drugstore and the new pump, this might actually replace my CoverGirl foundation, which I've been liking. But honestly, girl, this might take the cake. So if you're on the market for a new drugstore foundation, I highly recommend and approve of the new Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. Again, hope you guys enjoyed this review. It's actually not a tutorial, it's a review. And as you can see, I'm so ready to take all this off. I'm a little tired, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found this informational, and I'll catch you on the next one.